My name is Alex from Life of Regrets, and today I want to talk about mismanaging money. Well, I want to talk about when I talk about mismanaging my money. That's something I used to do a lot, and I kind of still do it to this day. And I'm trying to work myself from doing that because I have to be obsessed like buying new things or add stuff to my collection when it comes to video games and books, DVDs, and stuff like that. And there's times that I have bought things which sometimes I use really once or not. I don't even use it in the end. I just leave it on my shelf, and it's like it just sits there, and it's like I don't do nothing with it. And it's like people could use it. It's like sometimes I feel like I buy things that doesn't benefit me whatsoever. It's like every time I buy things, it catches my eye sometimes in a way. By a lot, it could be a cover or it could be like I don't know. It could be anything, like I said. Besides stuff like that, but like I said, there's things. Start over.
Now, I actually got a question for you.
Uh,
All right, so what do you think is worth buying or that's essential?
I think what's essential is like I think that the most important thing I know I should use my money is when it comes on like buying like food, gas, my bills, which I know I'm behind, but yeah, it's like I buy I like I'm so kind of like obsessed with spending so much. So I don't even save. That's something I will say. I'm not proud of it, but I am working my way right now. It's like I'm not trying to like spend on something that I don't need,
Okay, with
because
that,
I always get the want, but I don't get the stuff that I always needed that really
hmm
benefits me in life.
with that being said, as you start stewarding your finances, what is one thing you plan on doing once you start stewarding it? Like where you have a good amount where you can probably invest or maybe buy with something that you would like to do.
Travel. I like to travel.
hmm
I like to try. I would like to travel. Get a microphone or some like maybe a good like acoustic guitar or something like that for my music. Because like I
hmm
said, music was my main goal in life. Yes, this video is like, there's things I want to talk about, like help out people with this YouTube channel. But my main focus is music. Music always been what really helped me out in life, and it's like there's times I struggle or I think too much, and it's like when I feel like alone, isolated, it's like music was always there for me, and it's like it means a lot to me.
hmm Okay, so like I know you're saying right now you're at the moment where you want to steward your finances and you love music. So is there anything that you feel like you can probably invest within the music or like maybe instruments or like I'm not too sure with the whole technical words and all that other good stuff, but like maybe keyboards or anything like that, or maybe you want to buy microphones, speakers.
I was thinking about getting like maybe a new computer that has
hmm
that software where I can add in like music and add my own instrumental. If not that, if that doesn't work, I actually would want to find people who are interested in music as well as me,
hmm
instead of just me by myself. I kind of want to help others out too, or it could benefit me as well, like as a career, instead of always being alone.
hmm
And I'd rather find someone who has talent, and we can help them out. We could both basically help each other out in life.
hmm And have you been practicing, or like do you go to any like events or any areas where you can practice singing and get into that habit of singing in front of others, like maybe your friends, family, peers, coworkers, neighbors, kind of
I
thing?
have practiced singing at
hmm
home.
hmm
I try to sing in front of the woman. I basically kind of did sing or some song about depression in front of a woman that I did like. I
hmm
do love, probably still to this day. I still do, but it's like I just thought I might have to let things go. But still,
hmm
it's like I talk about most of the stuff I've written is like I don't know. It stayed with me. It's like it stayed with me basically. Whatever I wrote from middle school all the way till now, it's like everything I basically kept.
hmm
I basically told myself that music is what I want to do as a career. It's always has been that way for me. Cause it's like in the beginning, I feel like I didn't have no skills. Like I wanted to draw, and couldn't. It's like I wouldn't want it's sports, but like I didn't want to do sports because it's not me.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like I didn't. It's like in school. It's like music. I could have done the music in school, but it's not. But the stuff they teach is like that's not something what I believe now I want to do. I want to do more things. Not all classical or anything. I just want to talk about mostly about life and to make a change in the world.
All right, so does have a specific genre that you have with your music that you're making at the moment, or you plan on releasing?
I was thinking about I wanted to do rock,
Mm-hmm.
maybe 2 to 3 more rap music, but I just know rap is not really my style of music. But
Mm-hmm.
I just mostly want to stay with rock, and I kind of do think about doing pop, if not pop, Latin music, Spanish. I've been practicing some Spanish.
And is that something that you would like to do when you start traveling? Like, let's say, you have enough and where you can start traveling and going to other countries, learn about different cultures, different backgrounds. Is that something you plan on doing while you go to those places?
Yes, I would like to.
Mm-hmm.
It will at least help me understand the culture and help me understand how everyone's lives are like from different backgrounds.
Mm-hmm. So, with that being said, if you were to start storing your finances now and you had the opportunity to travel, where would you go and why? Or what would be the first place actually?
Where I would want to go first,
Yes, sir.
either there's 3 places I thought about going. It used to be 4, but it's more like 3. Japan is one, Mexico, and Brazil.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the 3 places I would like to go.
So with that being said, why Japan first?
Why Japan
Uh huh.
first? Well, there's a lot of things I like about Japan. Besides anime and the conventions that they have, but I basically like games mostly. It's like I want to go for the games because I love video games.
Mm-hmm.
It's always been my hobby. I felt like that was my escape from life, from reality. It's like I enjoyed it. And it's like the games over there is more cheaper than the United States because I believe the United States is a ripoff. It comes to marketing because of people hype it up and things go up. And then, or sometimes it's rare. It comes to Japan and it's like they don't do all that stuff. If they do, it's not that bad compared to the United States. And sometimes like when it comes to games, it's like they're not well. Sometimes they're not even well taken care of. And it's like people just beat on it and like, do stuff with the game. It's like, I don't even know what they do with it. But when it comes to Japan, most of the time they always come in great condition, amazing conditions, like brand new.
Mm-hmm.
And I like about it, even though I might not understand the language, but at least I enjoyed I love the gameplay and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But enough said about Japan now.
So what about Mexico then?
Mexico, the reason why I wanted to go to Mexico is more the culture. Well, I want to understand the difference of from Guatemala, and also I feel like another reason I wanted to go is because of an arcade machine that they have over there. A game series I call the King of Fighters. Is like I love the King of Fighters
Mm-hmm.
and stuff, but at the same time, it's like besides that, there's like temples I want to see, and, like stuff like that. I want to see like the capital. It would be nice to like learn from others about the life experience in Mexico, and it's like I want to know the difference from there and Guatemala. Besides like the food and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And I know they do like some traditional stuff over there, and it's like that's something I would like to be part of.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I'm not Mexican, but it would be nice to see that.
Yeah, appreciating the culture.
All right,
And then the last place I know you said was Brazil.
Brazil. The reason why I want to go to Brazil is, like I said, it's a game. It's like mostly because of gaming.
Mhm.
It's Sega. Because I know they make stuff over there still, and they promote. They still make consoles over there and do things compared to like everywhere else.
Mhm.
It's like they don't do anything with that as a game industry really. They don't really. It's not well known right now. Only in Brazil, I just know they still continue more like manufacturing stuff, and not only that, but there's an artist that I feel like that kind of helped me out
Mhm.
making like Spanish and English in general when it comes to music. It's like I like the influence that it has given upon me
Mhm.
with my writing. Is the band El Nino. It's like he kind of talked about his father who was never really there for him and stuff. It's like he was he was all like basically raised by his mom. He never really understood who his dad was. And it was
Mhm.
like, like in my mind is like I don't know how my life would have been if my life was like that.
Mhm.
In a way, if I didn't have like a father figure or anything, but at the same time, it's like it made me see life differently in a way.
Mhm.
It's like, it makes me appreciate things,
Mhm.
and it's like I would like to meet the band, like the
Mhm.
original vocalist, like the main lead singer, but he ended up leaving because of
Mhm.
stuff that happened with the group. But yeah, I feel like they were like made it my main biggest. They're like my biggest influence when it comes to writing like a certain style.
Mhm. Okay. So, with that being said, what is some advice you would give someone that is struggling to save or at least going through the struggle right now? Like, let's say they come from a broken neighborhood, bad background, and yet they're trying to make it out and they're struggling and they don't have a lot of money coming in due to their job as well. Like maybe they're making minimum wage.
Use your money would basically use the money that you have that's really will benefit you and that's important to you than something that you want because it's not good to get what you want because
Hmm.
sometimes like it's like you might be sometimes you might end up being short
Yeah,
of what
so.
you really need in life. And when you buy those wants, it's like you might not be able to get what you really actually need in life. It could be like a car part
Hmm.
and stuff. You might not even have enough, and it's like you might want to borrow, and it's like I know you can't always borrow from someone
Hmm.
because sometimes not everyone's gonna be there for you when it comes to like money. And
Hmm.
the same thing is that yeah, it basically you have to basically grow up and make the right choices in life when it
Hmm.
comes to spending money. Because, like I said, I spend too. I have that issue. Well, I spend a lot, and it seems like I always end up relying on my parents and anyone. And it's like I kind of hate myself for that. And it's like I need to quit doing these things to myself,
Hmm.
and it's like I gotta grow up and make the right choices now. Because now I know, and later in life, no one's really gonna be able to help me out if I don't fix this problem now. Because
Hmm.
I can't always rely on everyone to save me every single time when I need money.
Hmm.
And like I said, it's like, I don't want to sell my. I don't want to sell the stuff that I have that I enjoy because it's something. In a way, I feel like if I continue this route, keep spending and not using my money wisely and getting the stuff I want and what I really need, and it's like everything I work for is like I'm stuck giving it away.
Hmm.
And it's like I don't want to give those stuff up away really. I really don't. It's like I love it. It's a hobby of mine.
Hmm.
It's like I enjoy collecting. I like what I have on my shelf because it's like even for when I'm bored or I feel like I have no one to talk to or I have no relationship whatsoever, it's like I have those stuff with me because like I said, when I was going through depression, I feel like only one game helped me out, and that was Spider-Man on the PlayStation One,
Hmm.
where things were going bad and my whole family and stuff. like everything is like all around me was always negativity and death and stuff like that. And it's like that's the only thing that kind of like made me not think of the world in a negative way.
Mhm.
And it's like it helped me, even though I kind of separated myself from my family. Like I didn't want to talk to anyone, but that helped me out. And later on, I feel like as I got older now and then, like I started working, like it was like I end up finding more stuff that interests me. Like when it comes to games, it's like I didn't focus on that game anymore. It's like I end up getting addicted to it. It was
Mhm.
like I kept buying so much. It's like there's so many things I missed out. I basically felt that way. It's like well, most of my whole life, I feel like I couldn't really enjoy my childhood. I feel like I had to grow up in a way, and I feel like video games were like was my only escape besides like manga books and anime and watching movies. It's like I didn't really enjoy it. It's like I now wanted to go like kind of put myself as a child, something that I couldn't really enjoy, and I kind of regret misusing my money in a way, even though my mom has told me save your money, don't spend something that's not gonna help you out in life. Me, pretty much, I basically ignored what she said, and now it's like at my job, it's like I barely get those enough hours, and I was like I'm basically not making enough. But at the same time, it's like I did it to myself. I have no one to blame. At the same time, it's like everything's getting worse, like the economy and stuff like that. It's like everyone has been losing their jobs, and there's people who struggle just to find another job. It's like everything's all closing. It's like there's a reason why it's like I want to leave my job, but I can't. Because at the same time, it's like I know I'm a struggle, and then if I know if I do leave, I might not even have anything. You know, like I might struggle, and I might have be like have zero money in my bank account. That's the reason why I'm on schedule like right now. But I just know I'm halfway done with college. I have only 3 classes left, and I know I should be done by this summer or fall, and I'm not gonna give up on that. And like I said, I don't want to be making excuses for myself, blaming myself for the choices that I make with my money. And like I said, I'm done spending on the stuff that I want because I know I can't get everything I always want in life. And it's like I just need to get the things that I really need, and what helps me out in my life. And like I said, and I think that's about it. I will say.
Okay. So, I know a few things that stood out. With that being said, it's almost like I know you were saying you don't like selling your stuff, but there's moments where you have to make those sacrifices, and it's true. It's like as you get older, you have to realize there are sacrifices you do have to make. Sometimes you have to sacrifice um, our time, our money, and what we commit to. Because if you don't make that sacrifice, then eventually it's gonna affect you in the long run. And sometimes those sacrifices will pay off because then eventually you can always end up doing very well, where you get to that point where it's like you have financial freedom, which not a lot of people do have. But when you do finally hit that financial freedom, it's like you can start to enjoy the things that you do want now because you took care of all your needs. Now you have time to take care of your wants. But that doesn't mean you go crazy with it too, because then again, you never know what can happen in life. Like one moment you can do very well, your finances all well, and things are going great. But then you get sick, you get hurt, or you get laid off, or the economy crashes. Then it's like, oh man. So I mean, I think that's something that we always gotta keep in mind. Like you never know what's gonna happen in life, where life is gonna take you. Or it's like there's moments where you might be down, but guess what? You might come right back up. Life doesn't stop. You just gotta keep going. You gotta remain strong because, I mean, you're still young. You still got time. Think about it. I mean, there's moments where you feel like giving up. All right, that's it. I'm done, man. Like I'm struggling. I can't do this no more. But then something new comes up. You just never know, too. I mean, and to everyone else watching this as well, like, yeah, maybe you're going through the struggle right now, or like, dang, it sucks. It's like I got all these college classes, then I gotta work. Can't really go out, but guess what? Once you finish up, yeah, you're gonna have so much time and availability and you get to go out and enjoy those hobbies. Find some time. And even if you're super busy, always take the time to take care of yourself too, and enjoy life too. Because I mean, it's always gonna be a process. And the other thing I was gonna state was, I know you were saying there's moments where we go through the struggle, and it's like we kind of have to find something where it's almost like a coping mechanism, kind of. It's almost like a distraction a little bit, or it's like, let me focus on something so that way I can overcome reality. Because life does get hurt. Yeah, we do go through the pain, the hurt, trials, tribulations. I mean, and it can become an addiction. Like some people end up spending all their money on drugs, smoking, drinking, or they spend their money on clothes, fashion. Gotta have this, I gotta have that. I gotta look nice, I gotta look great, or I gotta buy the next big thing, the next best thing, and then they end up buying all this new stuff. But then it's like they're drowning in debt. And the good thing is, that you're still young. You can overcome anything as long as you put your mind into it. You keep going. You don't give up. You have to focus on yourself. So with that being said, I was gonna state this too. Well, actually, this other question: Is there anything else that you would actually like to share, or do you feel like that's very important to everybody that's watching? Because you never know, they might be going through the same thing as you at this moment.
I was just saying not give up.
Yeah.
Not give up, and also I would say not try to overthink too much too. Because
Mhm.
I know I've overthink so much. When I overthink so much, it gets to me. And it's like it affects it messes with my mind so much. It's like I don't even know what to decide anymore. It's like I think in a way it's better to open up to someone about it instead of just me by myself. But don't open up to anyone like randomly. Just open up just to someone that you can count on, and who doesn't belittle you or makes fun of you because what's your financial problem. Because there is people who laughs at people who doesn't have the money or whatsoever. Because basically you're rubbing in your face sometimes because they know they could buy stuff that they want without any issues compared to you, where you struggle and you can't get what you need in life.